welcome to CrapsEnergy. My name is Truth, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about how to grind when the energy at the craps table is no good, or it's just not working for you. So, I was at the casino just recently, took several $100s, went to the table. Everything I did was just not the right thing, it just wasn't working. I ended up losing all but a few dollars. I decided to leave the table because the energy on the table, you can just feel it. It just was not for me that day. So, well, it wasn't for me at that time. So I decided to go and play the electronic craps. And again, I went over and I checked the history, and for the last 10 shooters was 0.7. So I decided to go and play the slot machines. I had $50 left. I was going to try to grind that up. So I went and played the slot machine. I was able to grind that $50 up to $640 some dollars, and I got all my money back that I had lost on the table. I then decided to go back to the table, but before I went back to the table, I stopped by the electronics game to see what was going on, and still 0.7. And you know, my experience has taught me that when it has just been horrible for so long, somebody's going to come along and shoot the hell out of the dice. And I was able to catch this roll. Take a look. I caught this at the beginning of the roll. The guy who was shooting, he rolled and got a 9 for his point. I decided to go in 27 across. That's $5 on everything except the 9, and then a $6, 6 and 8. The hard 10 hadn't come in, I think, like 100 rolls, so I knew that that was coming. So I put a couple of dollars on the hard 10, and then just to kind of cover myself on some of the horn, which honestly I should have been $4 in on the horn, but I just went $1 on the 12 and $1 on the aces, and I just let it ride. And I think I started out with $40 in the machine, 27 across, plus the $2 hard 10 and the 12 and aces. That's $31. And really, I had no strategy. I just kind of wanted to see what was going to roll after a couple of hits. One of the strategies that I use is that I try to recover most of my money from the bet before I start pressing, which was the case. But I noticed that the guy was throwing a lot of 6s and a lot of 10s. And so I was able to catch that hard 10 twice. Eventually, the hard 10 got pressed up to $3. But remember, I'm grinding, so I'm not going hard. I wasn't like, playing this machine like I would a $15 table or a quarter table when you catch a roll. Of course, when you catch a roll, you want to be able to make as much money as you can. But just like anything else, you don't know when the dice is going to go out, and you don't know that it's going to be a great roll until after it's over, or at least until enough numbers have rolled to where you're able to get your money up. It was a great roll, and he was rolling everything. I was able to catch the 10s, a bunch of 6s, a couple of 5s, and even some 4s, and I was able to get things pressed up. Never quite got things pressed up like a $15 table. I did eventually get the 6 up to 18 and got a couple of hits on that, paying out at $21. And I think at some point I even pressed the 6 up to a $20 6, which is not the proper bet. But on the electronic slots, they will let you press up $1. So, get a couple of cents back in payout. But, I think that's one of the good things about playing on the electronic slots versus playing on the table. Because on the table, you have to press in the proper increments. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. On electronic slots, they will let you press by $1, which is nice. Because if you don't have the money and you're grinding, you're not able to go all in. You're not able to take the risk. So being able to press up a little bit at a time is great. All right, so when I started out with $31, 27 across, a $2 hard 10, and a dollar aces and a dollar 12. By the end of this roll, I had $57 in play. I started with $40 in my bank. At the end of the roll, I was at $203. That is a $160 profit. Imagine if I was on a $15 or a quarter table, how much money I would have made. This guy rolled so many sixes and so many fours, and he was really rolling everything. Hard ways, place bets, horn numbers, everything. And that's what you want. When you go to the casino, those are the kind of rolls you want to catch. He rolled 24 numbers before the 7 came, and he never hit the 9. But it was still a great roll. Well, that's it for me. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one.